It isn't even Mercury retrograde. I'm not sure what's happening. We have to wait till the
It's the stellium in Capricorn with Mercury in Capricorn still causing all sorts of like problems with anything to deal with communications.
Is that what's going on?
Yes, it seems like
Okay.
every 5 minutes I'm experiencing something with communication. So until Capricorn gets out of this little stupid little stellium, then everything should start running smoothly.
Okay, I'm not sure where the. Can you pick up the live stream?
No, you're not live.
It says
Hold
that
on, let me check.
we are live.
Let me see. Hold on, I will look.
Okay.
So far, Mama Bear is on. Hi, Mama Bear. Can you see us?
Oh, hey, sister.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, we're here.
Oh, okay. Let me pull it up. Oh, I see us. I see
Yes.
us. Hey.
Can you see us?
Looks like they can see us.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Star Lordess Podcast.
Hi.
And joining us this evening, everybody, is Marie Moore, joining us from the great state of Ohio. And
Yes.
say hello to everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are staying warm.
Yeah, what's the weather like?
It's snowing.
Snowing? Yeah.
Yeah, 16 degrees right now, and we have snow, and it's cold, and oh my gosh, I hate
Well,
it.
we are negative 14.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness. Well, thank you so much, Marie, for joining us, and welcome to the podcast.
My pleasure.
And yeah, I see there's already people gathering here in the chat. Sorry for the mix-up earlier, people. But yeah, we're here now. And hello to Mama Bear and Ninja, my favorite ninja, Amanda. Yes, they're all gathering in here. Oh, hello, Mike. Nice to see you in here as well. So, Mike was one of my students when I did a astrology class a few years back, and he was at the top of he graduated at the top of his class.
Aw, well,
Anyway,
congratulations.
speaking of astrology, now you are one of the best astrologers out there on YouTube. Absolutely, without a
I'm gonna
doubt,
cry.
Marie.
Oh, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna cry. Oh.
You know what, sweetheart? I have to tell you that before I started my channel, I used to watch you. And I remember on Sunday evenings, you used to put out your weeklies. So I would wait till Sunday evening and I'd go to bed and I'd be like scrolling through, where's Marie? And then I'd find you on there. And you really, really brighten my day and brighten my
Oh.
week. You're just like a delight out there for sure. And
Oh.
I don't want to embarrass you, but I would love it if you could do my favorite line, the rest in peace, Glenn Campbell.
Oh, okay. So, like this week, because we have the Sun conjunct with Pluto, Chiron is not well aspected. The North Node is not well aspected, but like a rhinestone cowboy, da 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 da. I miss you, Glenn Campbell. It's gonna be that kind of week. So get your tequila on and just run around in a circle. And I normally do it on Wednesdays if we're having a really shitty day. So
Right.
like a rhinestone cowboy.
Yes,
One
I always
time,
love that.
a DJ on a radio said, "Oh my gosh," and I was like, "And it's on a Tuesday," and he went, "And it's Tuesday," and then he played like a rhinestone cowboy. I was like, "Oh, somebody watches me."
Oh yeah, ride you. What was it? Ride you like a cowboy on a Tuesday?
Yeah, ride you like a cowboy on a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, and they actually played that on the radio, and he was like, "And it's a Tuesday."
I'm telling you, you were such a delight to watch. You really
Thank
perked
you.
me up, and I found your knowledge absolutely astonishing and very fascinating. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I remember you told me a little bit, but tell the audience about how you got started.
So, when I was 13, my mother is an astrologer. She's a well-known astrologer. I was actually I lived in Florida for a very long time. I'm from Haiti, and when we went to Florida, my mom was involved in Kenny Kingston. We knew Linda Georgian. We didn't really know Walter Mercado, but we were like 6 degrees of separations of Kevin Bacon.
Right. Okay.
So we knew him that way and we
Mhm.
heard about him. So it was like that. Okay. And we went to the same tarot place, the New Age place, and in Sawgrass Mills Mall. If you guys know what I'm talking about, we know she knows the owner. I just know the place. Walter Mercado used to go there, and oh my god! And everybody used to take pictures for me and be like, "You missed it, bitch!" And I was like, "No!" So I grew up around this stuff all my life. Even when I was in Haiti, I was actually like a little bit of a medium because I saw dead people, okay, and I saw a lot of slaves, and it's not cute, but it's okay. And so everybody would follow me around. And then when I went to Florida, my mom started getting interested in tarot, and she started joining like Kenny Kingston. It's like a big thing in Florida, the Psychic Network, and she was involved in all of that, and then when I was 13, she started studying and practicing astrology. And then she said, let me teach you how to do astrology. I had to pay for it. So it was $93,000. I had to pay for her because I had an inheritance. I'm an heiress. And she basically stole my money, long story short. But basically, she took $93,000 from me so I could become her apprentice. And she taught me from the time I was 13 all the way through 28, like a damn doctor, how to do damn astrology. Date of
Wow.
birth, time and place. Right in front of a computer all day long. Date of birth, time and place. Date of birth, time and place. Because she had a newsletter and stuff like that. So all I do all day long is all y'all. Date of birth, time and place. Date of birth, time and place. Get those newspapers out. Date of birth, time and place. Date of birth, time and place. More printing paper. Damn it.
Oh my
That's
god.
all I did. All I did.
That's
And I listened to her and I listened to the full moon, the eclipse. And at one point, she became obsessed with Chitzania, which I really hated because she got herself in trouble because she actually went to Mexico, got kidnapped. And then that was a big ordeal. And I was just like, ah.
oh my goodness. She got
So we had like a
kidnapped?
lot of adventures and stuff like that, and it was pretty cool. But then I made the faux pas of one day giving somebody like a real reading with no tarot cards, no nothing, and I just went blah 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 blah, and she went, and she was really famous, and I don't want to put people's name on there,
Yeah.
okay, but it's all recorded like everywhere, so ugh. So, anyways, so what happened was that she kicked me out of the house because of what I did. I paid $93,000 for this. And because I did a good job giving one famous person a reading, she kicked me out of the damn house. And it was like literally. And the worst part about it, that house was in my name. Worst
Ah,
part about it. And it was a $525,000 house in my name. Worst part about it. Ruined my damn credit. But whatever. Whatever. Even FBI knew. And they were like, yeah, the lifestyle you're accustomed to, you were your mother. But when I tried to go sue her, the IRS laughed at me because they said you recouped all your money from
mhm.
doing astrology. And on top of that, they said the student outmastered the teacher. And I just went,
Yeah.
and it was really sweet. And the guy was a Taurus, and he said, I never believed in this crap before, and now I believe in it. So he let me have all my tax stuff written off,
Oh,
and as long as I don't buy those $30,000 tier crystals, those big giant
yeah.
ones that we all love. He said those ain't tax write-offs, and he said I don't want to see no trips from Israel either. And I was like,
What an incredible story though, Marie.
yeah, just to make it
But
short, it's really
y-
long, but
the intense training that you endured
it
sounds like
really was.
you were programmed or hypnotized to
I
do this.
really was. I
And
really was.
but it's really paid off because look at what an amazing astrologer you are right now.
Thank
It's
you.
it's incredible. Like I'm astonished at how much you know about astrology. I honestly don't know, and I've watched a lot of astrologers out there. I don't know any of them that know more than you do. So it's quite the privilege that you have agreed to join us here and
Thank
talk
you.
about.
And I always believe that, as you say, I'm a great astrologer. I don't see myself that. I see myself as the consummate student because I can always be learning something new. So, like right now, for example, I'm learning the asteroids and stuff like that. and playing around with like Astaire, Hygeia, Selena, you know. If I had this one great program that I love, Intrepid Astrology, if any of you have that, please share. Send the
Mhm.
download for it, please, because that one had some really cool asteroids that bounce around in the
Oh, really?
charts. And at one point, I was so accurate. I was predicting. I don't know if you guys remember this on my Facebook fan page. Those of you who used to watch me, but I got really damn scary when I started predicting the bombings that were going all over the Europe and Ukraine and all that stuff. And then everybody was like, "Okay, this is too
Oh,
accurate." And then
yeah.
they were like, some
Now
people
it's getting
actually stopped
scary.
watching me because they were like,
It's getting
"Ew."
downright scary now, right?
It was downright scary. But then the guy died,
Yeah,
and I guess I don't know if his family didn't know that he was selling like the program or
right.
something, but that was like a really awesome program. But I use Solar Foxfire, and that is an awesome program too, because
Yeah,
they know I have receipts as how many times I lost my CD and called them and purchased and repurchased and done. They
yeah.
should just give it to me for free at this point. I mean, oh my god.
You know, Marie, something happened with your channel a while back, and do you want to explain that? What
Okay.
happened there? Because I noticed something was going on, and then all of a sudden you were gone. Your subscribership went down, and everything was wonky. And I'm like, what happened here? I don't know
A lot
what the
of things
story
went
is.
down. A lot one, I started doing paid memberships at one point
Yeah.
because a lot of people started copying me and
Oh.
not giving me credit for my work. And then my numbers are at 38,000 and it
Uh-huh.
was like not going up, and
Mhm.
everybody else was believing all these astrologers who half of them are not on here anymore. Hello, goodbye.
Mhm.
Okay? Because they were too busy copying off of me, you know? So it really sucked that everybody was copying off of me,
Mhm.
leeching off of me, and taking my work and making it
Yeah.
their own. And it did not help me grow. So I decided I was going to pay, right?
Mhm.
And then one day, I saw like a stellium like happening, and it was after Corona. I decided to go back on. And I saw a stellium in Scorpio in my chart, my 9,000. I just went, oh, that don't look good. And I was like, oh, that don't really look good. And then next thing you know, I got robbed. Somebody came on
Oh,
my
really?
email address and said, because I normally get, you get endorsements from brand
Right.
ambassadorships, and people like want you to use this camera, or they want you remember the cheetah, they want you to go on the apps and stuff
Right.
like
We
that.
were both on that one.
Yes. And so I thought it was going to be like that. And no, it wasn't. I clicked on it, stupid me, because I thought it was Samsung for real. And this man was in my computer doing everything, seeing everything. I had a book. He took my book and he basically erased my whole entire profile. And then the worst part about it, when you try to contact YouTube or Google, you can't
Mhm.
contact nobody. And that's it.
Yeah.
And thank God, Facebook, PayPal, you're able to contact somebody and yell at somebody, But the lady is still on my Facebook fan page. So when you go on Marie Moore fans Facebook fan page with my picture on it, you click on the donate thing. Don't donate to her because she's from France and her name is Marie Dubois. And I have alerted
Oh.
PayPal and stuff like that about it. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
So it just really sucked. They just like really robbed me of a lot of money
Mm.
and stuff like that. And I had to call the FBI and stuff. And, thank God Facebook will give you back your money.
Mhm.
Alrighty. But it takes a long time. PayPal will give you back your money, but not all of it because you have to prove it. And it's like, what? And it was just like, oh my God, I can't win. So it was a
Oh,
lot of money. And I was just like, wow. So it was just like
that's
really, but I expected it. Everybody's like, "Did you predict that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, because I got a stellar in my ninth house with the south node in my ninth house. I know what this because the last time I had the south node in my ninth house out. It was in 1993, and
Mhm.
I was a little girl, and like my father passed away, my grandfather passed away, my uncle passed away, like everybody got killed. Okay, yeah, my life is daunting. So forgive me, forget, like, I'm from Haiti. Okay, anybody from Haiti got some kind of daunting real story. Okay, all right, real story. Like, these are
Oh,
real people here.
you know, it sounds
It's like
like
you
life
got
has
your gangs, we got crazy. Okay.
you know what? It sounds like a life has been trying to ride you like a bronco on a
It
Tuesday.
has, it's kind of like I just spin around, I go, ah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just been so crazy. So I thought like some kind of major death was gonna happen
Mm.
and stuff. And this was a major death. this destroyed me. This destroyed me financially. This destroyed my career. But then, just
Uh,
like that, I got my inheritance and stuff like that. So now I'm rebuilding again.
you're
So
rebuilding.
it's not a bad thing, you know?
Yeah.
So everything happens for a reason. And it was a big lesson for me. And now I'm like, blocked to the nine, so you can't even, like, if you go try to don't try to hack into my computer. But basically what happens, a key pops up and then I have to put a password in it, and half the time I forget the damn password, and then it's like I have to start all over again, and then it won't let me in, and then I'm like, God, mother of pearl, and I can't win. I can't win with this technology. I'm a Pisces. I can't win. Pisces suck with astrology. Not suck with astrology, but like suck with like technology is what I'm trying to say. You know,
Uh,
so
so your Pisces sun, what is your moon and rising?
my rising is Aquarius, then I'm Pisces, and then my moon is Taurus.
Taurus.
And then I have a stellium in Virgo in my seventh house. So I'm more like a Virgo at times.
Right. What about your Mercury? Because that's how we communicate.
My
Is
Mercury's in Pisces. So I'm
oh, it's
kind of,
Pisces. Oh,
yeah. My
mm,
Mercury's in Pisces. So I have like a lot of wisdom and advice to give to
mhm.
others. So yeah.
Yeah, unlucky me. My Mercury's in Sagittarius, and I just sometimes
Oh
think,
wow. So
I
you
know,
just like
right?
opinionated. You just have word vomit at the
Boy,
mouth at
yes,
times. You just like
I don't
blah.
think I
Do
get
you feel
myself in
better?
trouble.
Do you feel better about yourself? It's like blah. It's like
Yeah,
wow.
I know, right?
Wow. Did that
It's
just
like
happen?
I always wondered why my mouth would get me in trouble. Sometimes it runs ahead of me, and I'm just like, "That's not what I meant." But, that's the Sagittarius, and I happen to get along very, very well with Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Moon people
Yeah.
because at least we understand each other.
Are you a Scorpio rising or are
No, Libra rising, Scorpio Sun,
ah
Scorpio Moon, like
okay.
double Scorpio.
Oh
Libra,
wow.
and then I've got a bunch of Sagittarius. So
Super intuitive.
yes, I've
Super
been
intuitive.
extremely intuitive. I have been since the time I was a little kid. And like you, my mother got me interested in actually reading cards. She used to read playing cards.
Mm,
Like remember Chris from Minopon when
yeah.
he did his child, he used to read
I
playing.
always thought that was hard. I tried it. I couldn't do it.
I know it was so hard, and I remember that's what drew me to his channel at first was because of the play. I never saw anybody do playing cards before, other than my mother, and so I'm just like, oh, this is so hard though. But he's an expert at reading. He could just run it all off. But I learned from that because my mother used to read her own cards with the playing cards, and I asked her one day, "What are you doing?" And then she showed me what she was doing, and then I tried to do it, but I couldn't. I just ended up playing solitaire. And the same thing with
Aw.
astrology. She had astrology books hanging around, and I took an interest in it when I was like 12 years old, and I've never lost the interest, and I've always been delving into it ever
It was
since.
like a chore for me.
Oh yeah.
You guys
Well,
were like, I'm so spiritual. And I'm just like, can I go now?
yeah.
Can I go now?
Well,
I have homework.
your experience kind of reminds me of those child prodigies who are playing the piano and their
Yes.
parents are there forcing them
I'm
to
Nina
practice.
Simone. It's like shut the hell up. I'm reading over here.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
An angry
Well,
astrologer's coming in. Just shut the hell up. Where's my martini? Damn it.
right. Well,
It's like
I'm
that.
glad that you can laugh about it.
Oh yeah.
Obviously bizarre stuff happened for you, but you can at least laugh about it, and we can enjoy a good conversation. And
Yeah.
like I said, you're delightful on camera. You're great. I mean, you're great here, but you're
Oh,
terrific on your own channel. Like I said, I loved your personality from the first time I ever saw one of your astrology readings there, and I was just like, wow, she's so entertaining. You're
mhm.
animated, you're a lot of fun, but yet you have the knowledge too. So I thought
Thank
it was
you.
a perfect combination. Well, from back in the day, I used to always make comments, and you'd be like,
Mhm.
"Thank you, Star, kisses."
I know. You've been watching me forever.
Yeah, yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. I love that I have like people that have been watching me from like 2011 and on, and they're still like, "Oh my god, thank God I found you."
I know it's so awesome. No, nobody's ever gonna forget you. That's for
Mm-mm.
sure. It seems like, well, I guess that would explain why a lot of your older videos aren't on your channel is because
I
of,
know.
but
I know.
that's too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they all, oh my God, this man. I mean,
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
man. And he didn't even take away my Twitter account. I mean, out of all the things you could hack, you could get you can take my Twitter. I mean, he didn't even bother with that. He just like,
No.
just like my Twitter. Not my,
Yeah. Exactly.
he took my
No.
Facebook. I mean, I was surprised. I'm like, oh, what? My Twitter's not good enough for you? What the hell?
Yeah. I don't think Twitter's good enough for anybody anymore.
I know. They're like, oh, I want Twitter. Oh, she got Twitter. Ah.
It's not even called Twitter anymore. It's X now.
Oh, I was gonna still call it Twitter.
Yeah. I know it's funny because I was saying to my husband last week, I said, you know how when Elon first took over Twitter and they had that thing all over the place that was the Twitter files. I said,
Mhm.
if they break another one of those, are they going to be calling it X Files?
Oh my goodness.
Is that why you changed the name so it can be the X?
Probably.
Okay, so I wanted to talk, and I'm sure the audience is pretty interested as well in this big Pluto movement. What's your take on that? Like, I've done a few videos about it already, but
Ooh.
the Pluto moving into Aquarius, bringing in the
Yes.
Pluto age of Aquarius, and it's changing
Yes.
everything. Next 20 years going to be so different from the last 15. So tell us a little bit about that.
All right. Well, in major, we got one more year of Uranus and Taurus. Yay! So all my Libras, I know. The power, you're gonna get back your power to control your men again. Yes. No longer are you gonna be on their time. No longer. Now you get to tell them what to do, and they're gonna listen.
Oh boy, they'll
Okay.
be happy to hear that.
you know so this is a time where you don't have to delve into your spirituality, because when Uranus goes into Gemini, into your ninth house, you're going to be super creative. This is a great time for those of you, of course, on social media and media with this energy. So when Uranus goes, it's going to bring about more changes coming up right now for like probably 2020. Yeah, we got one more year. So from now to Uranus in Gemini, and
Gemini.
Uranus will be at 0 degrees. Of course, I got to go back into Taurus for a little bit,
Mhm.
So the next 3 years, it's all about us. Because one thing Aquarius likes to do is fix themselves. Okay. Aquarius loves, if it's with health, the power of the conscious of the subconscious mind. They love stuff like that. So you're going to see a lot of Aquarius either going to therapy or
Therapy.
they're going to be hitting the gym harder and taking care of their mind body consciousness at this time. This
Yeah.
can also be a period of time as well that we're going to see a lot of truth being revealed, because one thing Aquarius doesn't like is liars. Okay. And they like to dig deep, dig
Mhm.
damn deep. And that's going to start with us first. So a lot of people are going, Pisces is going to feel this energy, Scorpio, because you got Pluto in your fourth house. And I believe that the first four houses deal with behavior and still deal with our conscious way of being, and we take on those characteristics of those people. So of that sign. Sorry,
Mhm.
those people, those people. So anyway, so this is going to be a time period here where definitely a lot of your truth is going to be revealed at
Mhm.
this time. So whatever you have been in self-denial about and just digging and repressing or impressing, it's going to come out, and it's going to be like, oh my God, like and then what's going to also happen, major relationships are going to leave our lives. Why? Because Volcanus, who's now in retrograde till April 16, 2024, the higher form of Saturn, is in the sign of Leo. So what's happening here, we're seeing like a lot of loss and separation. And before Pluto left in the Capricorn, we saw a lot of loss and separation during that time
True.
period as well.
That's true.
Okay. So during this time period over the next 3 years, we're going to experience a lot of loss and separations with important relationships in our lives. Okay.
Mhm.
So important people in our lives are going to be leaving. For some of us, we are ending, like Pisces is ending their Saturn Dasha. Leo is beginning their Saturn Dasha in Pisces. So we're going to see a lot of transformations in our relationships. Some of us may try to hold on,
Mhm.
but it's going to be like Aquarius is like, if you're not going to grow and evolve with me, you're done. Okay, because Aquarius is all about evolving, changing, and
True.
growing. Aquarius does not like to stay the same. If they have to stay the same for one damn minute, you might as well call them the cat in the cage, because they're going to be screaming in that cage and going crazy, and their hair is going to be like this, and they're going to be like, and it's going to be like, just go, bitch, just go, just let it go. Okay, so that's what's going to happen during this time period. So we're going to see like probably a lot of people make extreme decisions at
Mhm.
this time. This week is not a good time to make those extreme decisions. So don't go there, because Moon's in Gemini at this time. So when Moon in Gemini is not well aspected, not the best time to make extreme decisions. Those of you who have Moon in Gemini and it's not well aspected, get a
Mhm.
second opinion. Okay.
Oh,
Because, the things that you do at this time, it's like, why did you do that? Because I was angry. And it's like,
yeah.
wow, okay, okay. Okay, but the way you went about it is like a little bit twisted and messed up,
Yeah.
because that's how Aquarius is. It's like in their head, it makes a lot of damn sense, but then when they do it
Mhm.
in their reality, it's kind of like, wow, okay, can we watch that again? It's
Yeah,
like embarrassing,
exactly.
and then
I think I've had Aquarius moments in my life where
oh, so
too it's like what what just happened here?
so it's kind
Uh,
of like that. So this is a period of time of introspection.
mhm,
Libra can experience a lot of truth being revealed. So if people were trying to hide from you, lie to you, or just be sneaky deaky as crazy,
mhm.
it's like now, and then let's say you were the victim of this sneaky deakiness. Now it's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, you're doing it in front of everybody now. So it's kind of like that. You're being exposed. Either
Oh,
you're being emotionally exposed to your own self and dealing with your own hurts and demons during this time period, or there's just a lot of truth being revealed outside the world. And as an individual, there's a lot of truth being revealed during this time period as well. Okay, so we're
that-
having our own individualistic experiences with Pluto and Aquarius. And some of it is like, damn, and some of it is a lot of self realizations. And like I said, I can't tell people what to do, but some people are going to stay in situations just to try to make situations work, because that's their way of thinking. I'm going to try to make a bad situation work no matter what. And then Pluto's going to be like, okay, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. What the hell are you doing, bitch?
until you
you
can't
know,
deny it anymore. It's time to move.
so Pluto, and then Pluto depends what sign and what rising you are and where it is in your houses is going to take you out of the situations.
All
So
right.
we can see some major life-changing events, and people are going to be wondering, am I going through my Saturn return? Now
Mm,
some of you are going through your Saturn return
right.
in Pisces.
Saturn and
So
Pisces.
you can, yeah, no, where is Saturn? Oh my God.
It's yeah.
Is it in Pisces? Let me
Saturn is in Pisces now, right?
Okay, don't mind me. I am like the most flakiest ass person you will ever meet. Okay, I think like I am like the reincarnation of Albert Einstein, but the bad version, where it's like I will, like my son says, I can't lose my stuff without saying, I can't even be mad at my son because I know it's me, and I have to be like, my eyes, where are my eyes? And then
It's
he's like, oh God, what did you lose now? Like he doesn't even touch my stuff because he's like, I never touch your stuff, mommy, because I know if I touch your stuff, then you're gonna lose it. And I'm like, I know, right? And then he's gonna go find it again. you know but yes, Pluto is going to be very revolutionary and intense for some of the signs. Like those of you who have Neptune in Aquarius, it's going to be an emotionally transformative time. You're going to have your rhinestone cowboy moment. Okay, it's going to be like, so you're gonna be like really crying. You're gonna feel really messed up. You're gonna feel really overwhelmed. And you could have felt this during Pluto and Capricorn, because when the Pluto is at 0 from 8 degrees, that we
right.
can start feeling the effects of these energies. So after 8 degrees, so you may want to check your natal chart to find out if you have Uranus. It's going to
Mm,
be a transformative time for you. Uranus in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, North Node, South Node in Aquarius. These are going to be super transformative times for you. Now, in the greater spectrum of things, this is going to be kind of crazy time
yeah.
as leadership positions change. And we need to be careful here because Aquarius loves control. Okay, they may not say it, They ain't in math state.
More so than Capricorn?
More
They
so than Capricorn because they are the original Saturn
Saturn.
energy, but then they decided to make it Uranus energy as well. So they take on both Saturn and Uranus. And the problem is they're like PC politically correct, but then it's kind of like PC politically correct, man. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like,
Yeah, that's a
damn.
good
Like
way
for
to
real,
describe it.
it's like, I'll beat you if you don't do it. I'll beat you into submission. And it's like, damn. So
Well,
we
it
can
is a
see.
fixed sign, though. Aquarius is fixed,
Yes, it's a fixed
unlike
sign, and it's very.
Capricorn.
If you ever get in a fight with an Aquarius, God bless you because they don't know when to stop, and it's
Mhm.
like, oh my God, oh my, I'm like, okay, I gotta go now. It's
Right.
like
I
I'm
don't have the
leaving,
energy for this. Yeah,
because
no, I
it's
hear
like
you.
that intense. They
Uh,
are determined and hell bent to be right. You
well, what do
know,
you feel it will do? I know we have Capricorns in the audience and stuff too, and Capricorns are very curious because
well,
they have been felt very battered in the last 15 years.
well,
So moving into their second house of finance, and what
I
can they?
talk about this also on my glossary page. But what Pluto's going to do here is that for some of you, now it depends because karma,
Mhm.
you know, and justice. And now we got South Node in Libra, all right, and North Node in Aries. So some Cappies are going to be experiencing karma. Okay, I can't
Oh,
control what y'all do, but
yeah.
some of y'all can be really, really naughty. And, but those of you who have been really, really struggling financially, and I know you've been trying to get ahead, fighting
Mhm.
with everybody at work and trying to climb that corporate ladder, this is going to be the time where your doors are going to open. Those
Yeah.
people, like your systems at work is going to change, your situation is going to change because Pluto in the second house is all about blow it up and build it back up. But like I keep telling my Capricorns in my channel, you have Sagittarius in your 12th house. Now the problem is Saturn is all about law and order and ego.
Mhm.
Saturn is about ego. Okay. And Capricorn is a big ego. Sorry.
Yeah.
But y'all, between Leo and Capricorns, it's a competition. Okay. Big ego. So what happens is that the 12th house energy, what it states in the 12th house as a Capricorn rising, you have in a sun in Capricorn, you have to learn to delve in faith consciousness and you have to be more spiritual than the other signs. And you have to be invested in God, invested in your spirituality, because you're going to find that when you invest in your faith, whatever that may be, that you're going to see a lot of doors open for you. So it's not just hard work and perseverance, because guess what? A lot of you been doing hard work and perseverance for many years, and it's like, I'm not getting anywhere. What
Right.
the hell?
Yeah.
And if you're still not getting anywhere, because what is Aquarius also? Spirituality too. And Aquarius detaches from everything because Aquarius, again, PC, you got to think Aquarius is a hippie with a tantrum and is a bit of a dictator at times. Okay. So it's like a hippie. It's like, it's kind of like the Charles Mansons of hippies. Okay. We'll put it like that. I'm a hippie. Peace, love. I'm not getting my way. What the hell? It's like that. But Aquarius is a super spiritual sign. So it
Mhm.
detaches himself from the almighty dollar.
Mhm.
So, unfortunately for Capricorns, you need to learn to detach yourself from the almighty dollar. You need to learn to stop being so competitive with your fellow man. Your second house is all about serving humanity, which means I'm not going to get my thank you. And that's easier said than damn done because Volcanus is in retrograde. Okay. And Volcanus is like, I want my damn thank you. I
Mhm.
want my notoriety. I want my damn recognition. Yes, I'm in service. Yes, I'm getting paid to do a job, but I want my thank you. I want my little card that says thank you. And you're not going to get any of that. So you have to evolve your consciousness
Makes
and
sense.
and think
Yeah,
about
makes sense.
bigger picture. Like I do this for a living, right? I only
Yeah.
have 1300 like subscribers right now. But you know what? No matter what I do in this life, to leave this situation, God pulls me back in. So it's
Yeah,
like, damn it,
exactly.
damn it. God really pulls me back in.
But it's interesting. Like, I want to talk again for a second about the whole Pluto in Capricorn. What I've observed here is that, like, first house is like there's a spotlight on you, so it's kind of like you better behave when the spotlight's on you, first house. And I noticed something about the Capricorns in because Pluto also governs, government and the globe and stuff. And you look at certain people who are in the news who've been sort of outed in the last like 5, 6 years. A lot of them have been Capricorns. Both Epstein and Maxwell, both Capricorns. Fauci, Capricorn. Justin Trudeau, Capricorn. And look what's happened in the last 5 years. Spotlight on them. So if they weren't doing the right thing, boom, everything blows up. And you,
Yeah, but some of
oh,
them weren't doing the right thing still. So now we got Pluto in Aquarius. So
mhm.
now it's like I'm digging up all your information now.
And I will expose you further, and maybe now
Hmm.
have to pay the piper for the nasties that they've
For the
been.
nasties, yeah, and that's what and unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to hear that.
Mhm,
In my horoscope channel, I dig into the nasties because not
mm.
all of us are saints.
Yeah,
Okay, we want to know how we gonna get away with stealing. Am I going to get away with this? And stuff like that. So not all of us are saints. And that's the problem. So, and
mm,
nobody likes to hear that. Oh, their stuff is going to be exposed, and there's going to be a lot of exposure to what people have been doing behind the scenes.
yes.
Okay, so we're going to hear a lot of that crap. I feel like from France, because the French people have been digging and digging and digging and digging in revolution, second revolution, Paris, Viva la
And
France,
exactly, remember the last time it was during the,
Pluto
revolution?
Aquarius.
And, that's interesting that you bring up France again as well too. So there's a lot of parallels from when many, many years ago it was last, in Aquarius. Aquarius also rules, revolutions, don't they? And
Yes.
protests and things like that.
And we're going to see more
And
of that when Uranus goes into Gemini.
okay. And that's another thing. Glad you brought that up because I was making a mental note of that. I'm very curious about that. The Uranus in Taurus energy. I remember when it was in Aries, and then I even did a video when it moved into Taurus. And then I'm sort of thinking ahead now. What did you say? One more year and it will be moving into Gemini? I'm
Yes.
curious about that with the air, like the Pluto being in air and now Uranus being in air.
It's all
It,
about technology and
and
communication
communication, right?
at this time,
Mm,
okay? And this is going to be a time of thinking and propaganda and, a bunch of idealisms
mhm.
happening. It's like the conspiracy theories are going to be crazy, but where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's going to
Yes, true enough. Well, they don't call it conspiracy theories anymore. Now it's conspiracy truths.
Yeah, conspiracy truth.
Truth.
There's going to be a lot more of that
Yeah.
at this time with this energy because, Geminis like to dig for the truth and they
Right.
like to
Aquarius,
find the truth
right?
too. Aquarius likes to do the same
To do
thing
the
too.
same.
So,
So,
ooh,
so it's going to be an interesting year, 2024, won't it? With all of
yes,
this uncovering, sliding
yes,
back into Capricorn for a couple months there, and then poof back into Aquarius to stay right around the time of the U.S. elections. It's interesting that it's
yeah,
happening at that time, right? So
yes.
it's like
There's going to be a riot during that time period.
it's like almost like they're going back for one last deep dive into Capricorn, and then pull out all the garbage when they come out at the sludge at the bottom of the pool.
And
They're
you
gonna
know
be
what? That's
pulling it
going to
out.
happen. It's probably going to be the same thing like with Trump and how, like,
Right.
it's going to get rigged again or something like that,
Yeah.
like it did last time. And
Mhm.
it sucked too, because you know what? I saw him for the win. And then his fifth house had a bunch of crappy things going on. And so did Biden's. And I'm like, is
Mhm.
Biden going to get a stroke? And I'm like, what is going on? And now I know what that means.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
Yeah, crazy how it's all affecting everything. Now you can't say that that's a coincidence. What's going on with Pluto? It does govern governments and big business and all the stuff that's been under scrutiny in the last, especially really heavy duty in the last 5 years.
yeah.
So you can't say that that's coincidence that this
Mm,
is happening,
no.
because it's happening for a reason, and it moving into Aquarius for 20 years. This is going to be a very, very interesting time to be alive, I think.
This is going to be the age of Aquarius. We've been
Yes,
waiting for
absolutely.
this, and now it's really,
Absolutely.
we've been seeing it with like segregation and all the way back from segregation integration. There's been, in giving black people more rights, then giving more women rights, then the gays,
Yeah.
and now we're going to see more of it now. So
Mhm.
now we're really in the thick of the age of Aquarius, and
And then
it's
but then we're gonna have to sift through it because the pendulum has swung too far in one direction, and it's gotta swing
right.
back and find its medium here, because there's no way we can be in that polarized energy for 20 years. We wouldn't survive.
Mm-mm, no. So we're going to see like a lot of revolutionary changes happening. Our government system in the states is
Mhm.
going to change eventually. It's going to be
Absolutely.
really freaking difficult, but when Uranus goes into Gemini for that 5 years, we're going to see like a lot of changes. And then when Uranus goes into Cancer, it's going to be like,
Oh, wow.
damn.
Yeah, right, I agree with you on
Because
that.
it's gonna be like North Node in Cancer when we had the COVID and stuff like that, but Uranus in Cancer is gonna be like, oh shit.
Oh, I can't even put my mind there at this point.
Because we don't like change, because
Yeah,
Uranus and Cancer, Cancers don't like
no,
change.
I
And then Pluto and Aquarius is like, yeah, we need a change. This is
uh,
not working for us no
just
more.
want the and Gemini just wants the change for the sake of change.
They love change for the sake of change. So it's like, we're gonna change. We're not doing this
I
anymore.
have I have to say though, I do love the Gemini energy. I notice when the moon's in Gemini, which I think it is tonight. It's the moon's in Gemini. People tend to
Yes.
be more sociable. They're light and airy and fun to be around. Taking things kind of lightly. There's no heaviness around it. When Jupiter is in Gemini, it seems like people are just lighter moods and things like that. So
Yeah.
kind of hoping Uranus, Gemini is going to sort of give a lightness that the world really
I
needs.
think people are gonna, Uranus and Gemini is definitely gonna, and Pluto and Aquarius as well is gonna make us more social. Libras can feel this energy, and as
Yeah,
Pluto goes into the fifth house, you
true.
guys are gonna start to want to socialize. But then when Pluto goes retrograde, you guys are gonna look at that new person that you made friends with and went, I don't like that bitch.
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
rid of them. You know. So that's what's going to happen during that time period. But Uranus in Gemini is going to be really nice because they're going to be a lot about their social life, and there's going to be new ways of socializing and stuff like that. And, probably new things coming up when it comes to going outside. So, we had our COVID moment
Right,
here,
where it was
and now
right?
Uranus in Gemini is going to be like, no, we need to be out,
Yeah,
outside,
yeah.
travel, travel,
They're gonna
travel.
bulldoze all the houses everywhere. We're gonna live
Exactly. It's
nuts.
gonna be like traveling. Everybody's gonna be It's gonna be like it used to be in the 80s, kind of.
Yeah.
Everybody traveling, traffic.
And speaking of traveling, I do believe there's going to be new modes of travel, and how
Oh
we,
yes.
yeah, flying cars wouldn't be out of the question.
No.
All kind, well, they already have them, like prototypes
Yeah.
going now. So I think the way we travel is going to be a lot more interesting. I think in
Uranus and
the future.
Gemini, the states don't have like a train system, so we're probably gonna have a train system like the Japanese do and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that's what
You
I'm
know.
thinking. I want to ask you: have you ever read this book? One of my favorite books here. You see,
You know what? Okay, okay. All right. So confessional. So every time, I don't know if there's still Borders, but every time I went to Borders, got my little coffee, I would always find that book, and I would
oh,
always look at it, and I would always read it. I never bought it. I just always went, oh my God. And I like open it. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like me. And then
it was a gift my brother gave to me many years ago, and I always have it on the coffee table. And you'd be surprised how many people come over. They look at, oh, what's this? And then they always
I
look up
know.
the thing and stuff.
I always
It's
look at that book.
It's so cool. It's really, really interesting. In depth, there's a lot of stuff in there. The hardcover, I don't know if anybody reads hardcover anymore, but you can. I did discover it actually online. There's an online book of it, and it actually has extra chapters in there, more
Oh, that's
information.
cool.
Yeah, so you just because I was looking to see where I could buy it one time because somebody asked me about it, and I was there and I was like, "What's this?" And I looked and it was the whole book, but there was extra stuff added there too. So if anybody in the audience wants to check out this book, you can check it out online. And then I'm sure you can buy it off Amazon or whatever if you want the hardcover, but it is a good coffee table book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
So, you know what? This is about the time at the show where I take my break. So, I
All
want
right.
to allow you, I'm just going to go to the washroom. I'm going to allow everybody here in the chat. If you have any questions for Marie, this is a good time for you to reach out and ask her a question. She'll be taking questions from the chat. Be right back, Marie.
Oh, what is the name of the book? It's a birthday book. It's called like birthday something.
Oh,
Sorry, I don't
it's
know the name.
called The Secret Knowledge of Birthdays.
Yeah, they have that. I don't know if they still have Borders, but they still have they. I don't know. I don't know if they still have Borders, but they have that too. So I like to look at it. It's a really cool book. I just never purchased it because I don't know. I don't know. So does anybody have any questions for me about astrology or anything? Oh, thank you, Loverboy Bentley. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, I love the love. Thank you so much. I'm excited about Pluto and Aquarius coming in, and I'm excited about the new planets because change, thank God, because Pluto and Capricorn was just like, Lord. So now Pluto and Aquarius is going to be a little bit more exciting. So I'm excited about it. Uh, oh, I bet there's going to be a lot more cool video games coming out. Oh, Pluto and Scorpio in the fourth house, you take on the traits of that. It means that you're really secretive. You don't really like to open up and stuff like that, and you kind of keep a lot to yourself, okay? But also you can find like a lot of like transformation with family life, and there's like a lack of communication that you need to work on with your fourth house energy here as well. There could also be like a bigger connection with mother and mother side of the family with Pluto in the fourth house as well. So like Pluto in the fourth house is just like you're just like very much to yourself. You're very much a homebody. You love taking care of people in your life. You're there for everybody, and whoever needs help, you just go to them. So it's a beautiful energy to have. But you do feel things very, very intensely. But at the same time, you repress it. You don't talk about it. And then when you do, it's kind of like, I wanted to kill you, but it's like, I held it all in. And it's like, okay, thank you, that kind of situation. I'm an Aquarius and Capricorn rising. I'm so ready for change. Oh, I know, I know. Capricorns have been feeling this. Pluto and Virgo in the first house, you're a perfectionist. You love everything to be in a specific way, but you're super intense too, as well, because when people piss you off, it's another level of crazy that nobody's ever seen. Like Misery, but with a bat, and she's not tying anybody to a bed. It's like that. But you love working on yourself and you love to focus on your spirituality and stuff like that. So you're a perfectionist, you're very detailed oriented. Let me see. Jupiter and Scorpio. Does this mean I really a big stinger? It means you're the mouth of the damn South. Yeah, I guess. You call it like you see it. Yeah, so you do feel things very intensely at times, but you're very creative, you know. Oh, you're welcome, Mama Bear. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hubby's in Virgo sixth house. Oh, wow. So he loves to be nurtured and nurture relationships. I'm an Aquarius and I'm a perfectionist. Of course.
Yes.
A lot of Pluto and Virgos are coming up in here.
Uh,
You're welcome.
Marie, where is your Pluto?
My Pluto is in Libra. And
Libra.
my Pluto is in Libra in my eighth house,
Mhm.
which means I'm a dictator, which means that I like the taboos of all times. I'm a
Yeah.
trisexual, okay? And it means that if I was a dude, I'd probably be in jail somewhere right now.
Oh no, I don't believe
It's not
that.
Pluto in the eighth house is not good. It's good, like you could be a leader and stuff like that, but it's like piss me off and I'm gonna catch time. But
Yeah.
it's like, but it just depends. So you could
Mhm.
it just and then Pluto in the eighth house also, like for me, blow it up, build it back up, blow it up, build it back up. So, and it's like, you know what? I'm not going to blow this up and build it back up. I'm just going to continue growing. I broke my leg. Now I'm going to fix it and continue going. So, there's a lot of lessons with starting over again,
True.
so you're like, so that's the problem with me and my chart is that you're constantly starting all over again.
I have Pluto in Virgo. I'm from the Pluto and Virgo generation, and
Yes.
you're the Pluto in Libra generation. But whoa, talk about wild is the Pluto in Scorpio generation.
Pluto and Scorpio generations, those are the girls with the thongs walking around and going, hey,
I
pretending,
know, right?
being very married and acting like they're single on their Facebook. And it's like, bitch, you married. Stop
Hundred
dressing like
percent,
that.
100%, 100%. You
Okay,
you
very
pay.
much into their sexuality, very comfortable in their sexuality, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah.
And don't necessarily feel the need to be monogamous.
They can they can be monogamous, I think. I
But
think
I mean, maybe after a while, but they do like to play the field a lot.
they do play the field. And I mean, damn, they're that girl in the club that got the string on. Okay. And it's like, girl. And it's like, it's not cold. It's not. It's like, okay.
Oh my goodness, this is just so wild. What a great conversation. You're an awesome guest.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, I would like to know, I'm sure everybody in the chat would like to know as well, any predictions for 2024? Do you feel anything massive will be happening this year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, coming up in
Lots of things.
February with Israel. Israel
Oh,
is going to be a hot topic because Mars goes into Aquarius and Israel is a Scorpio rising.
oh,
So they're going I predict that when Mars goes into Aquarius that they're going to have some kind of peace thing going
mhm,
on for a
oh,
second. And then when Pluto goes retrograde, the other side, whoever that is, I feel like it's just a bunch of terrorists. I don't even think it's just a bunch. I think it's just a bunch of people with mental health issues. I don't know. And they're just going to continue on with this cycle, you
yeah.
know? And that's what's going to happen there. So there's going to be a lot of focus on that. There could even be during 2024 a changing of the guards because we're going to see a lot of leaders leaving at this time and in
I
2025. So, and then some of the leaders are going to be megalomaniacs or something like that, real dictators, like real, like, ooh, it's gonna be like, ooh, whoa, whoa, dude,
oh,
whoa, whoa,
whoa, Nelly.
settle down.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, so we could
That's
see
interesting.
that.
Well, it is interesting considering 2024 has a lot of elections around the globe. It's not just the American, but
Okay.
all across the
So
globe.
yeah, so this is gonna be the changing of the guards,
Yes.
and at this time, some of the changes of the guards is gonna be like, woo, it's gonna be like, oh, I think we voted for the wrong asshole. Something like that. It's gonna
Oh
be like,
my goodness.
shit.
I'd
So
like to get your opinion on. I have my own opinion when it comes to royals and like the royal family and royals in general. I think going forward in the Pluto and Aquarius, I feel it's going to be like almost like get rid of them all.
King
I
Charles,
feel that there's
yeah,
going to be an
King Charles
elimination
is gonna do that
of them.
because he's more about the people.
Yeah,
He's really
exactly. And
more about the people and British economy and
yeah,
keeping civility in Britain. And
mhm.
so he's going to get rid of a lot of the things that are going on with the royals. Like he's going to make a lot of cutbacks with the
well,
royals.
well, I think in general that the younger generation doesn't seem to like care for them at all or understand what they're doing. I mean, really, at the end of the day, what do they do for a living? They basically live off of other people. Really,
Yeah.
when you think about it, so they really don't serve any kind of great purpose. And I feel that people, the younger generation, is just not going to tolerate that as they get older.
My
Be
prediction
like,
as Pluto stays in here for the next 20 years, and we deal with these things in Uranus and then Uranus and Leo, that
right.
we're going to see like eventually like a lot of like disappearance of like royalty because like I said that situation is going to change and I feel like Prince Charles he's kind of like ahead of his time in that where he is more about the economy and
Mm.
stuff and as a businessman whereas Queen Elizabeth was about keeping the integrity of the nation, and then he's more like,
Mm.
this is too expensive. This shit's
Yeah.
too expensive. What? This shit's too expensive. No, this is too. I can tie my own shoe. Thank you. You're fired.
Yeah, exactly.
you
I think
know.
the need for the monarch is probably just going to fade away. I think as time goes on,
Well, yes,
because
it's gonna fade
they're
away.
not really they're not really doing anything constructive. I don't think they ever really did. So people before, the old school people loved them. Oh, the queen, the queen. They just couldn't wait to watch the royal wedding on TV and things like that. But I think nowadays people are just like, that's BS. I don't want anything.
Yeah, because we're like,
They have no interest
but
in
our
the.
financial situation is going to change too.
Yeah.
So over the next 3 years, 4 years, we're going to see our financial situation start to improve again and
Mhm.
get back on track again. So that, with this recession thing that we're going through in the States, I don't know if you guys are going through one too,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's going to change as well
Uh,
for the better. It's not going to
well,
be better. It's not going to be no 50 cents Campbell soup no more, but
yeah,
our
exactly.
new better, our new better.
I miss those days of 50-cent Campbell soups. It's when it comes to the economy, there's always ebbs and flows. It always goes up.
Yeah.
But the thing is that a lot of people are very much convinced that there's going to be an imploding of the dollar and that things are going to change drastically going forward. There won't be any more dollars. We're going to be dealing with CBDC and that going forward. And I can sort of see that with the Aquarian energy.
Not
Yeah,
right
you know?
now. Not for, I feel my prediction about that, because I feel like when the Pluto and Capricorn, well, not the Pluto and Capricorn babies, the 1990 babies, when they're in their 50s and 40s, that we're going to see
Mm,
that, because guess what? They're going to be in control of our ways of doing things and stuff like that. And the problem is with that, they're going to be like the people from the 1950s. Very much traditionalist, even though they're like, oh my God, everything has to be PC, politically correct. Everything has to be put in a box for them,
mhm,
and everything has to make sense to them.
yeah.
So it's gonna be kind of crazy to watch that era. And I feel like that's probably when it's gonna do it. If not, then Pluto then it's gonna implode at the end of Pluto going
Well,
to Pisces.
more towards the end of.
Yeah. I feel like right now it's going to be busy. I feel like it's going to be all about our government system and the way we view
Mm,
government and the way we like elect people. I think
yeah.
that we're going to have a lot of lessons with that, but that's my
Oh, big
prediction.
time. I
Big
totally
time, big time. So be
big time.
really, really careful. I think that I think I might do a couple presidents again and see who's gonna like win
Yeah.
elections and stuff. And if I say that person's a megalomaniac or whatever, please don't vote for that person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll have to make sure we tune into you and make see
Unless
you
I'm
and
gonna start a GoFundMe and I'm gonna be like, okay, y'all,
mm,
I need to buy an island.
yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's the feeling of everything being so up in the air. But I have noticed, as we're now officially in the new age of Aquarius, I feel a certain calming coming through. It's like it's always so intense before an event, astrological event. So like I noticed that about the full moon. I call it full moon madness. That 1 week leading up to the full moon is usually crazier, and then when the full moon kicks in, it's just everything calms down. It's
sometimes,
it's so
sometimes
crazy.
I'm
It's
getting the full moon this week, and it's, the full moon this week is going to be, let me see,
Leo.
in my sixth house or my seventh house. So,
Yeah, it's
and
Leo.
it's not really well aspected right now. So it's going to be like, oh,
Mm.
damn.
But yeah, it seems like when the planetary shifts are happening, the energy just seems to agitate people
Oh,
to
yeah,
a certain point. And
definitely.
people have been very, very agitated the last few years with this Pluto coming towards the end of Capricorn. Everybody's just been kind of on edge and they don't want to commit to anything because it's like, well, I don't know where I'm going to be in 6 months from now or in a year from now.
Well, there's a stellium in Capricorn going on, and Uranus was not well aspected at all. So everybody's kind of like, yes, no, maybe
Oh, yeah,
no.
exactly. Right. Yeah,
Like,
everybody's like
no.
all over the map. They can't commit to say life. It's just
No, and then some people just want to sit on their hands and then
mhm.
just,
Oh,
wishy-washy it to them. It's like,
mm,
no, if you really don't want to feel the effects of the signs of like the astrological influence that we are going through, delve into spirituality because
yeah.
you're gonna find that a lot of the effects, like I have a story. One time, I'm a very much a spiritualist, so it was Shabbat and I did my from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. I'm in prayer. Okay. I'm in with a group prayer chat and everything for 30 minutes. And I do this every day with them and I love it and it keeps me grounded. And one time I was like reading and stuff like that. I did my Shabbat at my house and stuff. And then I got into a car accident with a motorcyclist, and it wasn't my fault.
Um,
And basically what happened, there was three of us trying to make turns all at
mm.
the same time. So, and this motorcyclist was like in front of me. I was in the middle and a pink car was next to me. And he saw her coming. All right. She quantum leaped it into my life and he ran and then she fell into, luckily my window was open. She fell into my window. She didn't turn off her brakes and she just kept going forward. And I was just like, oh my God. And in my personal natal chart that I did for myself, because I had South Node at the time still damn transiting. So I was always like doing my natal chart. And it said that I was supposed to be in a long-term lawsuit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because she was trying to, and I was like, no. And the dude that she almost hit was like, you almost clipped me. He's like, if I didn't drive fast enough, you would have hit my fat ass. And I was like, thank you. I'm like,
oh my
you
goodness.
know, and
Wow.
so that's why I didn't get the ticket. But it's like that. So you could avoid certain things just by praying to God, doing good, being good, seeing good, and delving into spirituality and affirmations and meditations like that. The more elevated you are, the more you can avoid these aspects of your astrology.
I
Okay.
agree with that completely because when I do get into my heavy duty, when I'm not as busy, when I'm busy, I don't really have time to do it, but I still, do my prayers and everything every night. But when I get to do my meditation and yoga and get centered all the time, I'm calm as hell. And then I can walk into a room that chaos is everywhere and it just seems like it doesn't even touch me because
Exactly. It
that
won't touch you. And
it
it's
just
really fun to watch too because like everybody else around you is having problems but
exactly.
you, because you have the light energy and
Hmm.
you're carrying that light energy that is protecting you like a big giant bubble.
Yes.
Even when we
Yeah.
meditate, like a big giant, they talk
Mhm.
about the light bubble, that bubble is true. And nobody comes near you with that bubble.
Yeah.
So it's important during this not difficult energy, but an energy of transformation and evolving that you delve into spirituality to be
Right.
safer,
No,
and
I think that was really good advice that you gave the Capricorns too about getting more into the spiritual.
very important because you have Sagittarius in your 12th house. And Sagittarius in the 12th house says delve into faith consciousness. But what is
Mhm.
Sagittarius? Also a big ass pessimist too.
Yeah.
Okay. And a realist. But what is Sagittarius? A spiritualist.
Yeah.
So it's good when you tap into your spirituality as a Capricorn because it's going to help you alleviate that part of ego. The smaller a Capricorn can make to make ego smaller, I promise you guys this. If you start praying now and to start delving into your religion for the
Mhm.
next 3 months, by the fourth month, you're going to see a lot of blessings and doors open up for you. Okay. Something to think about.
Do that. And I think the Aquarians need to make sure that they're not doing anything wrong because the spotlight will be on them going
Well,
forward over the next 20 years.
they're going through an emotional transformation right now. So it's
Big.
kind of like a purging. So all your crap is coming up.
Yeah. Mhm.
Everything that you thought you repressed, everything,
Yeah.
oh, I hate that bitch. No, you don't. Oh my God, I know. It's like, it's really intense.
Yes.
And, but this is a time period of, doing your favorite thing, which is working on you and being about your good energy. So
Right.
Pluto and Aquarius, I mean, some of these people are loving it because they're dieting, they're taking care of themselves, they're about mind body consciousness at this time with this energy,
Yeah, the
but we're
first
going to
house can be great. I remember when it went through my first house years back. I transformed my look and everything so many times during that time. I was was getting into music, and I, started a music band, and then I was doing the whole music look, and then I transferred to something else, and I tried a whole bunch of different things to reinvent myself over and over again when it was in my first house. I
Mm.
interesting time, but
Pluto
always
was
toward
in my 11th house. It was a revolving door of relationships. It was
all the
depressing. It was depressing. It was like, damn, you ain't my friend. I known you for how many years? You ain't my friend for real? Oh, for real. Oh man. And then here's my friend Lily. I still hear you, but you're not very helpful, are you?
Oh my goodness. It's wild being a human. It really
It
is.
really is. For me, it's been like a emotional roller coaster ride. But you know what? It's not a bad thing. And I know for some of y'all, especially Pisces, we can do the game and we can see who has the worst life.
Mhm.
Okay. The Haitians will win. Trust and believe. Okay. But you know what? What comes with that is wisdom.
Yeah,
Challenges
true.
bring wisdom, and I think that, my mom taught me all that I needed to know about astrology,
Mhm.
but then to really do astrology, I have to be put in the shoes of other people so I can say, been there, done that, because there's
Oh,
no excuse why you can't change, because this is all about evolving our soul for the better. And sometimes our challenges brings wisdom,
mhm.
and a lot of times our challenges bring wisdom. And a lot of times, maybe we were really bad people in a past life. And it's like, this is why this is happening to us. So it's like for me, everybody keeps stealing from me. Well, maybe I was a really good thief. Okay. I was really good at what I did.
You were the Seven of Swords in your last life, weren't you?
I I just had to have a coin. It's like you can't keep your hands to yourself, bitch. Nope.
Oh my goodness, this is just such a wild conversation. I knew it was going to go there. Like, I mean, I just know that when talking to you, because this always happens when we talk, it just, it takes one turn, takes another turn, takes another turn, but
I
it always
know.
ends up being a delightful conversation. And
Oh,
I want to know, will you come back again? Did you enjoy this
anytime.
experience? Yes?
Anytime
Okay.
you want me to come back, I'll come back.
All right, for sure. In the chat, they seem to be really loving you.
Oh, thank you.
And well, I put in the description box below, I put your link to your YouTube channel, but let
Thank
the people
you.
know where they can find you other than that.
I don't even know my name. Oh, Marie Moore Astrologer on the YouTube. And tonight I'll be doing my daily horoscopes, talking about the moon in Gemini. Don't make any decisions at this time until the moon goes into Cancer, because this is tantrums and tiaras and making serious life decisions, but then regretting your damn choice 2 weeks later and 3 months, and then calling Star Lordess and being like, I don't know what the hell I did. And when are they gonna come back? When are they gonna come back? Well, guess what? Pluto's in Aquarius. Aquarius don't take people back. We like, bye, bitch, die, go. Okay, so don't be expecting that person that you just kicked out of your life to come back. All right. Unless, no, Pluto and a Cap, then you got to wait till all the way from August or October when Pluto goes into
Mhm.
Capricorn. Then they'll come back because it's
Yeah,
like, I think I could do better.
good way to put it. So you have a TikTok channel as well.
Okay.
So
Now, I know a lot of you are looking at me side eye like, bitch, I thought your phone was broken. I thought you didn't have a camera. Okay, so I don't know what the hell going on, but so far I had not clicked off, thank you God, on this YouTube. Now, TikTok takes up a lot of memory on my damn phone. Okay, and my
uh,
camera, because I have a Stellum and Capricorn, we all do right now. And that broke my camera. All right. So I have to get a new camera. But until then, I do have a TikTok where I do daily horoscopes on there and
okay.
stuff. So it's Marie Moore Astrologer or Marie Moore. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. But, don't be mad if you're not seeing no posts and nothing like that. And the same thing with the gram. Don't be mad. It's just that I need a camera to work. All right.
Yeah, sure enough.
So, and I put money back into my business. So right now I got to pay bills and taxes. So when I'm done doing that, then I'll buy a camera. So
Yeah,
that's my method of my madness right now. So forgive me, but it will come back up. So right now I'm doing the daily horoscopes on my YouTube. So be
sure.
sure to like, subscribe that, and
And your Instagram? That's just Marie Moore on
I
Instagram,
think
or
it's just Marie Moore. Yeah. Well, let me see, because I there's two of them. It's Marie
oh
Moore
yeah, yeah, that's right,
2727
exactly.
because Marie Moore is also hacked on there too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. Alrighty. The and ah, I
So
can't.
I'll delete that one. The other, your old.
Yeah, the Marie Moore one, the one that has the old, like, you can keep it because it has like all the cool memes on there that I made. I
Oh
made
yeah,
a lot of really freaking cool memes on
right.
there. I like the one with Joan Crawford, how Capricorn cuts off their relationships and then she like lifts it up and she's about ready to hack off the tree. And I said Capricorn needs to learn to cultivate their relationships.
Yes, you always were the meme queen.
Yeah, so I was doing that for a while, and yeah, but it just takes up so much memory on my phone. Oy
And
vey.
what about Facebook? Are you still on Facebook?
Facebook, I'm still on there. Nobody. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It's still. I There's two of them. Okay, no, there might be no. There's two of them. So there's Marie Moore Facebook fan page. Don't get on that one because you're gonna get hacked for real. There's a
Okay.
hacker on there. Her name is Marie Dubois. She's from France. Okay, so don't go on there. Don't donate Marie because I am not Marie Dubois. I'm Marie Moore.
Mhm.
Okay, but my Facebook name is just Marie Moore, and I'm just like staring into oblivion. And on top of that, it says I have my page says Aquarius because the Kabbalah Center. I joined the Kabbalah Center like a long time ago, like when I was 13 and stuff like that, because my mom made me and I had no choice. Okay, and my rabbi made me and I had no choice, so that's why. And so the Kabbalah Center once upon a time made a bunch of like um, cover pages, each of them representing the 12 signs. So mine is Aquarius right now because it's Aquarius season. Oh, I'm low mode. Aquarius season. So if you see the Aquarius thing on the cover page and equality, that's my page. So visit that.
Okay, that's good.
I
And
know.
we know we can definitely find you on Twitter because nobody's touched your Twitter
Yeah.
account.
Yeah. Twitter is Marie Moore.
Oh, that's so delightful. But yeah, I want to thank you so much for coming on. This has been a great chat. Time went by so fast, I can't believe
Oh,
it, but it always does with you. You're a delightful human and great
thank you.
astrologer, and can't wait till we chit chat again
I
very
would
soon.
love that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Have a
Okay.
fabulous week.
Yes, you too. Okay. Bye, Marie.
Bye.
Oh, thank you, Ninja, for putting Marie's information in there. Thank you, Ninja. Oh, Rena's here. I see. I see. Rena is here. Rena's in the house. Yeah, just catching up with the chat now here. So, what did you guys think of tonight's guest? I thought she was quite delightful and lots of fun and very informative as well, right? Just catching up here. It looks like you guys have been having quite the chat going on. Thanks for coming on, Reina. Thank you, Ms. Ninja. And I'm hungry now. You guys always, my mods, I have the best mods. I get to brag about that. I have the best mods in the business. Yes, Reina, she does have a bubbly energy, doesn't she? She's such a hoot. I always enjoyed watching her videos. She used to make me laugh. She still does. Like, there's no way I can have a conversation with Marie and not laugh. So, Dusty Flats, I see you're back again, LA Taylor. Uh, yes, nice to see all of you guys. Amanda, everybody's back in the chat and just chatting up a storm. It looks like I missed so much. So, how are you guys doing on this Sunday night? Are you are you feeling good? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, you're in your Gemini moon element right now, eh? Right? Yeah. I love Gemini moons. I just feel so light and airy, and I just feel sociable. I want to talk to everybody. That's good to hear, Raina, that you feel great. How did your birthday go, Raina? I know you were busy with all kinds of birthday celebrations. Oh, Ninja, you have to work tomorrow, but remember, it won't be for too much longer. Just keep your eye on the prize, Ninja. The springtime will be your time. Oh, so there's a storm in Scotland, Taylor? So your birthday was good. You spent it with your kids. Yes. Mm, aw. This is such a nice chat. It just feels so moon and Gemini-ish. Mom Bear, are you still on here? If you are, I hope you're having a good night, but you may have retired early due to the time difference. So Ireland's getting hit hard too. What kind of storm is it? Rain or snow? What type of storm? Mm, mhm. Well, I guess you need to bundle up there, whether it's rain or snow. It's a bad storm. You must bundle up. Stay nice and warm. I hope you have some good heat going on. Oh, hello from India. Nice to see you, India. But listen, the chat's coming to an end now. It's been a very crazy day, and I need some rest. So I will be cutting the podcast off soon. Oh, so you're saying winds gusting at 80? Wow. Yeah. Stay safe for sure. Stay safe. Gonna take care of the kids. Nice to see you all. Yes, yes. Okay, sister. Ninja sister. Mwah. Love you all. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Hope you had a really good time. I know I certainly did. And give a round of applause to the moderators in the room. They did a fantastic job tonight. And yeah, go and subscribe to Marie's channel. And don't forget to subscribe to I'm Hungry Now. He's in the chat here. He has a fantastic cooking channel. So we're going to say goodnight and take care, y'all. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye for now.